And that is going to be some information to confirm members are still in showers.
And then here comes the hit. Wynn using the guiding light to free themselves forward, but did not actually get any clearance towards this quad stack box. Cutler able to find one, Wardell more, but Gen.G's able to respond in kind. We get left with a 2v2 situation. So Bros is still on top of the site, and oh my goodness, however did GMT miss that shot? It will be traded back, but it comes at a pretty steep cost as Koost is down to 18 HP for a 1v1. Spike still currently down, but a spy cam is there to help him work this maybe a little bit more freely, and that should result in an opportunity for him to potentially get this spike planted. Just comes down to Hayes' timing, and now that plant does come through. Hayes lurking forward, he knows exactly where this play is, gets the spy cam deleted, even 1v1. No armor for Hayes, the headshot would do it, and Kusta finds it on cue. Gen.G take the pistol and go up 1-0. You know, both teams are 7-2 on this map since we've started the Valorant Champions Tour. It's been a stronger defensive side, though, for TSM as they do get a bit more aggressive, trying to challenge over through showers. Sean tried to dive on in, and this broke down quickly. You also have Drone, who made the play to the teleporter to assist if necessary, but that would not be required, and now Gen.G find themselves in a 2v5.
TSM get the full heal up here as well, so everyone's going to be pretty healthy. It's going to come down to just the two more members. Maybe they can find a bit of a timing. Even through the wall, it's not too bad in terms of damage. Gimon finds Wardell. Spike is technically down. I don't know how much extra damage Gen.G can do here. Just Kusta with a Spectre.
And Kusta will be able to collect the spike, actually exchange his Spectres for one that actually had less ammunition than the one he was holding. And then here is the peak, but Kusta, not bad, does find one more elimination. So TSM get aggressive defensively this time, and it pays off in a major way as they only drop 2. This time, it's a little bit of aggression from TSM trying to get control of this ultimate orb by B long. And while the Seekers come through, here comes Wynn. He does have the blade storm out, is not able to find Hayes, who locks down the site with 2. And that will put a very steep stall to Gen.G on this attempt. They're going to have to try to be a little bit more controlled. And, well, they actually control themselves by standing on top of one another as Drone is able to line up a collide and a flawless defensive round for TSM. A bit differently, on top of this double box, dark cover keeping him safe for the time being. In the timing of when this dissipates, can he find an elimination? Sure does, and is able to tailwind away. Wardell trying to keep his life paranoia just to try to see if they can find an elimination. Wynn's gonna go forward, able to find the trade, and he gets a second. Are you kidding? This keeps the Gen.G offense alive. Just comes down to, can they successfully fully clear out Sabrosa, who has been eluding all of this Gen.G offense until he finally gets caught up by the neural theft, and that will be the end of him. And now TSM with the Seekers looking to retake into 2v4.
And thankfully for that neural theft as well, otherwise Gen.G would have a little bit more issues to deal with. Still a couple of ultimates available for TSM. Seekers are gone, locked down now. Potentially you're going to be initiated. Counter Seekers to be flown in as well. That's pretty quick coming through from the side of Mikhail, who I think might even be his second Seeker so far. 2 versus 3 definitely still doable, especially with GMD down.
The lockdown will be in play. Gen.G has to make a move. Mikhail finds one, goes to 1v1, and Mikhail takes it! Eliminates TSM off the bat, and that will be good enough for Gen.G on a forced buy round to go up 4-3.
A little slow up. Still got a couple flashes available, and I do think they'll want to push in with a showstopper as well. It's been ready for a while.
Oh, Sabrosa, hello? I mean, he hadn't been spamming through that dark cover much at all, and then when he chooses to, he walks away with the kill. Wardell, another. The showstopper for Sean does find one elimination, but he's taken out simultaneously, and it comes just down to Gumon. No chance whatsoever. Sabrosa locking down lamps, and TSM were able to tie this game back up at 4. Being tested, but, well, it's not being tested all that much right now as Gen.G have lost one and taken a lot of damage onto their Sky player. Mikhail's gonna have to give this up, and as the repeat over towards Hookah comes through, TSM clean things up. Beautiful hold, only dropping 1.
Would be huge. Drone's already got the off angle covered, so this could be potentially pretty tough for Gen.G as Seekers do roll out.
Seekers start cover. There it goes. The tailwind, and Finn nearly comes up empty with the blaze storm, but does find one. Instantly traded. Sabrosa, can he be tested? He's found himself a double thus far and has kept his life. Wardell trying to keep him safe just beyond the quad box. And so far, that actually puts Gen.G in a bit of a corner. Mikhail is considering the plant, but as he wide swings, we'll find a couple more kills, and that will be a much more secured plant in the mix for Gen.G. 2v3 in the retake. Seekers are out immediately. Cutler trying to get some information, but Hayes has to deal with a tracking dart. Now point of contact on the outer. Cutler good for 1. Kusta responds, and Kusta gets 2 at the end. A dicey take, a dicier retake attempt, and at the end of it, we go tied 5-5 through 10.
That's Wynn with an operator as well. So Hayes actually beats Wynn in that 1v1, which is absolutely massive for TSM. So with 4 ultimates available, As the time starts running out here, Gen.G, yeah, they're going to go for it because there's only 2 rounds left. You want to play for every single round. But I mean, this is not looking great. 5 versus 3, showstopper here from Drone. And this is just going to slow things down even further. In fact, he gets a kill. Hayes gets another one as well. And we're just down to Gimon, and I don't think he's going to do much more.
He's stuck in a corner, does find a second elimination. Not bad. There's the guiding light play. Win on the way forward. Wardell is he going to be able to respond to this? He's actually avoided it so far. Sabrosa has helped for first elimination. The quick scope not going to be there. But Sabrosa through lamps is good for not just 2, but 3. Still holding his life, the defense rotating over, and Gen.G are just down to 2. Kusta lingering over by B will fall, and now time becoming a problem. 10 seconds. Win what would be a 1v4 situation, has to try to stick for a plant, and as he does, Hayes makes the wrap, finds the 7th round for TSM.
Showers. So let's see what Gen.G can do with this type of information. Contact should be found pretty quickly onto market. It's Jet on Jet, and Wardell wins the 1v1.
I mean, talk about clutch timing. Wardell lingering near Spices. It's the sentry turret that makes him heads up. But Sean, speaking of heads, able to find himself the first headshot to keep things in a 4v4. Gamond is also here to try to assist on this hold. And as we get a little dicey, goodness gracious. Thought for a second Sean got both with the snapper, but it's Gamond for 1. And we've got ourselves a 4v2 early. Kusta able to make it now just down to 1. Good luck, have fun if you're a Cutler. Not going to get anything going, and Gen.G take the second pistol. Player here defensively, it's only Kusta who's here. The spy cam will reveal. Does get flashed for a moment, just trying to play his life inside of lamps. Gets the first point of contact, takes down Cutler. He's able to find Wardell from the side, +4. Are you kidding me? Kusta for 3. Sean eventually gets there for the showstopper, and it's left the Drone for a 1v2. He's going to try to quickly rotate through the teleporter and get this spike planted, but there are players around him on both sides. He will get there just in the nick of time. It just comes down to, can he get to a position to allow him to actually successfully play this post plant? First point of contact out of the kill, reads it, but the problem is you've got Win from behind, and Gen.G, oh my goodness. Now here comes the full hit through B long. Mikhail first one up, already tagged down pretty low. Damage is still pretty substantial, but Gamond is also here. He finds himself 2, but Sabrosa with that picked up rifle will find 3, doing it 1 better. And now it just comes down to Kusta again. Gets the first. Knows that there's a second also still over towards B long, but for now he has cleared the site, and as you mentioned, the teleport will come through, and watching the rotation, well, that's going to be Hayes. He's already set up in a position to make sure that the A-Link stays safe.
This is the real test now. They know that Wardell's gone through showers. Obviously, he's got the spike as well. Minimal time. He'll get the plant, no issues. Seems like the camera, yeah, the camera was actually still on. It's a pretty huge. Kusta still has a decent amount to play with here. Full HP. Now, this is going to be where we see if Kusta can continue winning the clutch situations. Very low HP on Wardell. One shot will do it. Hayes, though, can he find the timing? This is where they're getting a lot of chip damage as well. Off angles being taken here. Kusta has no idea, and Hayes swings through.
Clear angles with the operator. Cloudburst will try to keep denial of a line of sight out of showers, and Sean's pinch is successful. Finds the first. Time becoming a bit of a problem, or is it? Just down to Cutler. Finds 1. Needs to get the second and does. 1v1 situation. Gets the shoulder peek and now plays the clock accordingly. Doesn't even need to. Cutler for 3. TSM up by 1.
The problem is, I don't even know if TSM realized they've done damage, because they probably expected, okay, we saw Kusta, there's no way he stays here, he's going to move for sure. Because Wardell picks up the opening kill into Gimon, but what they don't know is they confirmed a lot of damage, and there it is, overkill even from Wardell. Drone's going to respond with even more. Straight into lamps. It doesn't matter. Wardell's got 3 so far, and this is gone. Gen.G have no chance anymore. And as is mentioned, it's very likely that Huyn is not going to do anything further here. He wants to keep the Scun. They need something to work with for the next. And Tim right now thinking, like, where could this guy be? Did he maybe go towards caves? The one area they didn't check is caves. There's still 5 seconds to play with here, roughly. There's going to be a kill from Huyn. No, he dashes into another player. That's really
feels bad.
He rotate. 1 more extra coming through from Huyn, and hoping they can at least have a bit of a defense going with 3.
That does avoid the guiding light, misses the 1 tap. Second challenger was Gamond, third challenger Huyn. Only one of them going to find an elimination, and Huyn's down to just 65 HP. Would have to catch some brilliant timing here if he wants to try to even the odds, at least as far as the numbers are concerned. Sabrosa locking things up through lamps. Finds the shoulder, finds the headshot. TSM's hopes down, or probably up to a 4v1 situation. It's Gen.G that's down to the solo player, and Mikhail, as he tries to come out of the dirt cover, will be dealt with. So TSM on 12, and it will be 4 rounds required in a row from Gen.G if they want to see overtime. So now as TSM start to make their play through A mid, Kusta has been paranoid. Guiding light will also blind him up. Drone for first blood. Hayes dropping the lockdown and the take of the A site. Should be successful off this win. Thinking about it, will take the peak. That's the spike carrier down. And an opportunity here for Gen.G to potentially start to fight this one back in a 4v4.
So Broza has a potential timing here. There's no way. Yeah, Quinn doesn't know. Quinn is not going to check that angle either. Scoped in to look over towards Showers. Going to confirm that no one else is in Showers now either. 3 versus 4. At least the showstopper is available, but not if the pick comes through. Sean's down. That's the only big ultimate Gen.G had. Gone 4 versus 1, and this is at TSM. Are going to take map number 1. There is no way Gimon does any more here. Subrosa shuts it down. 3 kills, and by far, in my opinion, the MVP of this opening map.
I mean, so many clutch moments across the board, but yeah, I 100% agree. Subrosa came in massively, pushed him back, but he also threw out a shock dart, which does keep TSM a bit more honest through tree. And now the hit, or is it? GMD from the corner inside the site finds 2 beautiful headshots, and now TSM getting pinched up from behind. Gen.G flawless thus far, and it just comes down to FAZE for what would have to be a 1v5.
You can tell that Gen.G weren't that concerned about towards B as well. Again, they had double members pushed up into B main there.
Yeah, but the Bladestorm has been earned by getting 2 of those ultimate orbs. Now the battle will start to ensue. Quinn really wants to hold on to this. Drone able to find not just 1, but 2 of his own up top from Erdell. Able to find the headshot on the double updraft play. So Gen.G's in a 2v3 situation. Sean, do you want to Empress is the real question. Will be the first one forward to try to contest any post-plant setup, and he does find 1. Gets the dismiss. Cutler's only on 27 HP, but he's worked his way underneath and has been completely concealed in the effort. Wardell still holding long, is no longer just on a Bladestorm. He's got a Vandal to work with. Nobody checks Cutler. Wardell watching over the top. Both will find an individual kill, and TSM find their first round. Rotators for TSM. So this is going to leave Wardell on the site by himself. If Kusa can take down the Sova right around the corner, it would be massive, but he doesn't check it. Now the Hunter's Fury could be what is needed for TSM to try to hold this up. Into the site goes Drone. Finds himself 1 and a second. Could he get a 3rd? No. But Mikhail running out of time. Recon Bolt comes out. Wardell will finish the final kill as he just kept lurking in hell, and TSM go 2 in a row.
A couple rounds in a row, so we talked about potential timing for Sean. Timing's gone for Sean now as they try and rush their way through A main and get destroyed by Drone.
Easy peasy, no problems for Drone. Yep. Clean it up, put it away. Go to round number 7, tied 3 apiece. Owl drones will be exchanged. Drone tries to make his way forward with run it back, but does get instantly denied. Mikhail from the side, able to find 1, not a second. Subrosa again. How many times is he going to be able to find the counter trade? Wimon into the site, not going to get to Subrosa either. And TSM once more successfully take the A site. And it's down to Quinn and his 2 comrades to see if they can find a way to try to retake.
TSM have landed a lot of shots through smoke here, specifically onto Gimon. They also saw the shot through the floorboards over to Huynh, and now the real shot from Wardell into Huynh that actually takes him down. Subrosa has full control so far in towards the smoke and the... Well, I was going to say he was going to push on to Sean and maybe get that kill, but Sean responds, and this is where Sean might want to go huge. He's got 3 kills. Still got the impulse available, 6 shots available. Can't quite get into Cutler now for the 1v1.
Clutchler, maybe holding it. Sentry turret still there. And oh no, Kusta jumps off the defusal, finds the headshot, and Gen.G are able to clutch up the round and go up by 1. Select the spike, but he's kind of stuck at the moment. And we'll have to use the teleport onto the site. Operator be operator. Now to the Bladestorm. Now it's a knife fight between both. Oh boy, it's going back and forth. What weapon do you want? Respect the 1v1, please. Cloudburst being exchanged. Huynh misses the right click. Has to try to get a quick scope. And oh my goodness. Dancing with the devil were both of our Jet players. But it will be TSM who gained control of the B site with a 2v2 to play.
Yeah, dancing with maybe 2 left feet there. How do you miss that right click? Oh, that really hurts. That could have been such a massive play from Huynh. And Gen.G, they could have had a 3v1 in the situation. I mean, thankfully for there, Gimon picks up an extra. Subrosa now 1 versus 2. Gen.G, I mean, a double peek will do it. There's not a lot of health. Subrosa's on 63, so as long as they don't line up, I mean, this should be it. Lea's going to come through. Subrosa tucking in very close to the boxes now. And as long as there's no timing or lineup again, it should be a trade. It won't even be required. Sean will just get the swing and the kill. And round 3, by the way, for Sean, if he wants to go for it this round, it would be a good round for it. Hunter's Fury available from Cutler, but he's back site, so won't be able to use it offside. And a huge recon that reveals a couple members.
And Drone is able to convert onto 1. Cutler, beautiful shock dart for a second. Subrosa will give away his position in mid-market, but I just don't know if it's going to make too much of a difference. Huynh has missed a handful of operator shots, and fortunately, Sean's able to kind of make this a bit more respectable, but there was no world that TSM dropped that retake. And that will be just barely Sabrosa in the corner.
Again, this will be a good time for the Empress to come on through. Gen.G need to try and squeeze through two last rounds. Last two rounds for both teams is going to be a full commit. No one's going to be saving. No one's going to be letting this one go. Here comes the paranoia. Here comes the retake.
And once again, Wardell over the top. The updraft peak, +1 on the low ground, looking for the full ace. He gets the right click. Wardell for 5, and TSM lock down the retake attempt and go up 6-5. Over towards A, in which he just has a Spectre, and I agree. Needs to find at least one, but Cutler snaps while it looked like he was jumping midair to get on top of the ledge. Plant will come through, and now TSM have numbers for a 3v2, but keep in mind that Kusa still has a lockdown to use.
Cutler is very low, but just having the Sova alive for a post plant is such a big deal. I mean, the extra utility alive. By the way, the triple stack the smoke, which I think is something that Gen.G are not expecting. So just doing something a little bit off here, a little bit weird. Gen.G are not going to be prepared for. Now the potential to go into heaven. This could be huge. Drone. Oh, he doesn't get the kill. He dies. Still a 1v2.
And the lockdown does get destroyed at the very last second, but Kusta is going to be responsible for these last two members from opposite angles. Not going to be able to find the timing onto Wardell, who puts him in his place. And for a second straight map, TSM will be up 7-5.
Favor Gen.G. Want to see what they can pull it together for this opening pistol. Now Drone with the opportunity for a big flash, and he'll get it.
Oh, and the simultaneous peek from Cubby, but well responded to as Gen.G. A beautiful recovery. Hazed is considering this cloudburst, but as he waits, it'll dissipate. He's going to find one kill for free. Gen.G not even paying attention to mid-market whatsoever. We've got ourselves a 2v2.
Yeah, but Huin's on 3 here. Would have to find an excellent timing if one shot lands. And oh my goodness, speaking of one shot there, that was brilliant from Huin. Dashes away as well. Now Cutler's got it all to do. 59 as well. And Kusa finding the headshot. Yeah, it's too easy. The members rotating over. Drone's close by. Drone's here now. Paranoia is going to split the C as well. Gen.G are trying to get onto site, and this could be an opening kill. Sabrosa and Mikhail trading 1-1.
But is one going to be enough? We got a pinstripe kill feed. It does favor TSM when everything's all said and done. Kusa, though, able to keep things down to a 2v2. Up top, Sean trying to make a sneaky play, but gets denied. And so it comes just down to Kusa. 1v2 situation. Has a little bit of utility to play with. Double peek here from TSM, and while Kusta's spray transfer not quite locked in, TSM win the round, and they go up again 8-7.
And that's just going to give them the free sight. No one from TSM can really challenge this one. Wardell's going to look for an entry. He's actually got a decent angle to play with here. He's inside the smoke as well, which is great. And Sabrosa has the kill.
Run it back for Drone. Not going to find anything, but Sabrosa, like you mentioned, does find the first kill. One knife available for Wardell. Really flirting with disaster there. Does get taken down. Does go 1-for-1 overall. Win able to take down Drone after where he had initially triggered his run it back. Hazed is still up top. Potential for him to maybe sneak a kill on the planter, but the spike does get down successfully. Will that be win conditioned enough for Gen.G? Still yet to be determined as Hazed finds another kill on the way in. A lockdown could be used defensively here. Win would be trapped underneath hell if that is the commitment. As they make their way forward, Cutler is able to find Win, and now it's just down to Kusta. And he won't even get the better of Cutler. Goodness, he locked down the angle. Nanostorm will fade, and Cutler will get the defusal. TSM back up on top 9-8.
It's not going to be that case. Potentially fast from Gen.G here as well. Straight in, and Drone punishes.
Oh my goodness, that's such a massive kill for Drone. Now Hayes playing for mid-market. Sabrosa lurking over to help. Oh boy. Do they get 2 tactical pauses? Because you might need one after that breakdown from TSM. So a lot of tools to play with. And TSM are just holding in garden. They see the information, but Kusta gets his 3rd elimination. Knows the 4th player was nearby, has a lockdown if he needs it. Hunter's Fury's gonna come out trying to stall for as long as humanly possible. Can he find the connection? Sure does. Cutler with the kill. TSM up 11-8. Inside the garden, has to back up by the recon bolt that forces him away. Now as it fades away, Sabrosa through the dark cover. How does he find one? Wardell gets one more. And now he's got the angle locked up. Him and Hayes combining. Last player left alive is Mikhail, and no chance to get away from the sights of Wardell for 3. And TSM put themselves on match point. The door will be broken. Wardell's making sure no reinforcements can cross. Drone is the one responsible, though, for making sure that B stays safe, and boy, has he. Finds first blood. Hot Hands also in the mix. Cutler trying to work this with him, but not even going to be required. Wardell from the backside of the defensive spawn, able to use the Blade Storm for another elimination. We've got a 4v2. Make it down to just a 1v4. Last player left is Win. Sees one. ADS taps are good. Still has some room to work with. No spike in hand, still lingering over towards the defensive spawn alley. But timing here could still be good for him. Depends on how he clears this.
Will be traded.
Should be traded. There's the first. Tailwinds away. Still an opportunity here with 20 seconds to go. The problem is that FaZe knows that the spike is down to the defensive spawn and there are no cloud bursts available for win. So you'd have to win one more full-fledged kill. Gets the spike into hand. Tries to bait out the peak. And he finds the shoulder, but no drone! Locks the shots down, and TSM, they take the series 2-0 as they advance in the winner's bracket.
Massive from TSM, and TSM on the massive comeback now. They haven't been able to qualify into challenges for 2 challenges runs in a row.